Okay. Islam sheet doing Baffa. Islam. It is July the 11th, 2026. Islam Spirit of Noble Jolie. I'm going to make this somewhat of a quick video, but I need to talk about what I experienced because right now I'm very irritated and I'm trying not to be. So, let's see. I went to Whole Foods today. Today, my schedule was from 7 to 3:30. Uh, the day, let's see. So the day is the 11th, 10th, 9th. Okay, so hold on one moment. It was Saturday. Okay, it was July the 4th. I'm pretty sure it was July the 4th, 2026. I think it was July the 4th, 2026. My schedule's from 2 to 10. But before I tell you about July the 4th, 2026, because I was off July the 4th, I was off Sunday. Wait a minute, was it? Hmm. No, I don't think that's right. I think it was the 9th. I apologize. July the 9th. Trying to remember. Okay, the day is the 11th. Then I went in yesterday. My schedule. I was, oh, okay. Whoops, I apologize. It was July the 6th. It was definitely July the 6th. I have it written down. 2 to 10. I was off for 2 days. I was off from 7 to 8. I was off July the 7th, July the 8th, and I came back July the 9th. Okay. So July the 6th, 2 to 10. That was my schedule. But before I speak about that day, because I'm irritated, but not too irritated where I can't articulate my thoughts. But we're still hearing a lot of feedback in the middle of the night, male Spanish speaking. More so, this male sounds like the team leader, Kevin, but I'm not accusing him, but has that same accent as him. It's like definitely using some form of science to follow. The team leader, Kevin, told me he's from Mexico. The reason why he told me because how he was pronouncing a name, and I didn't know what he was saying. I thought he was talking about a lizard. And he had I've been working with him for maybe over 2 months or so. He's new, and I just decided to ask him because I didn't know what I finally realized what he was saying, and he was telling me that one of the girls that I never really got to know her name was named a certain way and how to say it. I thought he was talking about a iguana, a lizard, but nonetheless, I just went ahead and said, "Where are you from?" I just said, "By the way, can I ask you where you from or where you from?" Because we were having a language barrier. And he said he's from Mexico. But when I look at him, he looks like someone from El Salvador. That a lot of El Salvadors that I came across. So it that like Mexicans usually have a somewhat different look, but he looks definitely like he's from El Salvador. But I would not think he's from Mexico. I would think he's from El Salvador. But he said he was from Mexico. That's what I remember. And nonetheless, then so today, before I start talking about that, I want to tell you what I experienced. I experienced waking up. I'm hearing feedback in the middle of the night, definitely Spanish speaking, like a male using a science, probably United States military, Navy, or Army science to follow. Sound like Kevin, the team leader. I don't know if that's his real name. I'm only going by the name that they say. I have not seen documentations. All the names I tell you that I work with at Whole Foods, I haven't seen any documentation if this is their real name. I'm just going by what they tell me their name is. Okay, and being in a military city or being living among a military city where so much odd behavior has happened, where it's obviously an attempt to cause mental illness, mental disease upon me and money. As natural, we are naturalized Moors. We've been naturalized to uphold laws of freedom. The U.S.A. Constitution of 1787, which includes the 13th Amendment with 20 sections and all four of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations. Um, I'm not saying Whole Foods would lie or would allow this to happen, but I'm just saying I question a lot because when you have people saying Mo and it's still I'm being addressed as Mo by some, and I could tell they're doing it out of spite. Some of them I work with, still I just ignore it because it's that same situation at Burger King. I could tell where if the situation, if I was to bring it up, it would not be as though um, I mean, first of all, just the fact the word Mo comes up, okay? And I experienced this at Burger King in the same sitting with the military, and I had to call the EEOC just to maintain employment at Burger King. And I started documenting hearing black, Negro, male, females um, trying to keep saying brother. It's obviously some form of humanoid AI lab experiment, and documented how my dreams would be invaded with the black Negro trying to have sex with me in my dreams, and then the black Negro females, obviously connected to the military or in the police or connected to police somehow, or and these are unnaturalized forces, are will look at me after only been here for maybe 2 months in Annapolis in 2016. Maybe a few months. Okay, I probably got the hotel room. It was August, so May and June, July. Okay, maybe 2 months. Um, maybe 3 months. I would say at 3 months where I started experience my dreams being invaded, and feeling my genitals or something just happening while I'm hearing stuff in the hotel room. So, and then the black Negro females would walk past me, look towards me, or directly at me, or just walk past me and say, "He F you." Because I didn't know that they were doing a ritual and they were connected to humanoid AI. And this is how demonic rituals are done. Humanoid AI and other lab freaks, lab animals that they created in Annapolis in Maryland, because Maryland has that history of breeding animals, breeding, breeding um, unnaturally human beings or so forth. For example, Alex Haley. One of the stories that I was told by some Moors, I think it was Alex Haley grandson. I think it was his grandson. I don't think it was Alex Haley himself, but because I'm still trying to remember because I haven't really whipped back. But he was looking for his lineage. He found his lineage in Annapolis. Alex Haley is the one, the author or the creator, supposedly, of the movie Roots. But then some more say that that's not true. He never created the movie Roots. He actually, um, I guess, copied it from someone else. I forgot. So I don't know. Some more say that. I'm not saying it. But what Moore said that he found his lineage here in Annapolis, and but he couldn't, but so he wanted to go through the registry to see exactly where his name came from, what because he's trying to trace his lineage back to West Africa. The circuit courts did not have him listed in the circuit courts. They had to find him, his name, where you would keep dogs, cows, horses, with animals. That's where they found his register, his name, and his family. And so at first it sounds like that is so racist. I'm not saying this that Alex Haley is not a human being. I'm just connecting the dots to this present day. It sounds so racist. It's like they probably put a lot of slaves in that manner to dehumanize them. But nowadays, I'm not saying this is the case with Alex Haley, his grandson or his lineage, but nowadays, sometimes if that is being done, it's probably being done because it's true. They're not human. Because and if the circuit courts are trying to separate animals that look human but have but they know they have done some type of lab experiment with apes, dogs, or whatever, birds, like I was saying, the Spanish speaking, connect from South Central America, Mexico, saying bird people, saying werewolf, black Negroes, acting, saying brother. Like they were looking at me saying, he F you like an animal. I'm dealing with 4 sharp pains. And so for all that is animal behavior. That's beast and animal behavior. And if so it might not be far fetched to for circuit courts or those who know law to place names of with in a animal registry if they know the truth about the beast that was created, Islam. So Alex Haley created the movie Roots, and supposedly, even though Moore said that it was he copied it, it's not based on any facts. Some Moors have said it's not all, and then so he went to go look for his lineage, and he found his lineage here in Annapolis. They still had a slave port here, and still teach. As far as I know, they still had a slave port as of today, July 11th, 2026. And if they still had the slave port here, they still probably teach about how how wrong slavery is, or the human or bondage of some sort, possibly, especially if they're in school and they're teaching about the Constitution, uh, and so forth. So, and they definitely celebrate Juneteenth, Juneteenth on what is it, June 19th, day. Um, because the bank shut down. So, anyway, nonetheless, June 19th is supposed to be about freedom of the slaves, or so-called slaves, or those in bondage. So it's interesting once again to be in a military city, and I'm hearing, and I'm new. I am not connected to anyone here personally, and we still don't know anyone here personally. Me and Monty both have agreed to not get to know no one here personally. We don't want to be involved with any of them because obviously there's something in reference to ritual behavior of sex and human trafficking is going on. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to go through or document the way I document. And it's sad because in a military city, I literally think about, for example, I just recently brought another camera. I'm gonna show it to you. It's another camera I got along with the ADT. Hold on. Because I'm not saying crosswinds is letting people in my apartment, but what I'm saying is ADT is connected to Wi-Fi. Humanoid AI is able to control Wi-Fi. This is why some of the cryptocurrency people are giving testimony about their cryptocurrency being stolen. The wallets are being stolen. How are their wallets being stolen? Well, if AI is able to um, connect with bank transaction where they could put FUCK1, which that's what I saw on my bank statement, that code FUCK1 on my bank statement. Okay, that was AI, humanoid AI. I go to the bank here. Bank of America's driving distance is probably 2 minutes away, if that. Driving distance, maybe a minute. Walking distance, I could probably get there in about less than 10 minutes. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, we've had ADT for a while. So this is our ADT camera. It's ADT. Hope you can see. We've had it up here for a while, but I still have noticed some odd things, some misplacements going on, and I've heard people say things that only Either they're using the telepathic code to stalk. Like, why would you be bold enough to do that? Because if a person don't want to be bothered with you and you are human, you would respect that. But if you're an animal, like where Alex Haley, he found his lineage here in Annapolis, but they had to go look in the, not saying his lineage animal, but they had to go look where the courts keep the registry of cows, dogs, livestock. And that's where they found his name and his family recorded. Then you will do things like um, use AI, or not use, but AI, block the internet, and somehow, possibly, if it's a maid that's in the clique, I'm not saying this happened because I'm only going by what possibly happened with, which I'm not called accusing Extended Stay America. Then it came Admiral Suites, but I found feathers under my bed. I was seeing feathers on my way back and forth to Burger King, and then I found feathers on my bed, under my bed. So how did the feathers get there? It got there because someone was able to enter the apartment, and I showed the manager how no one broke in. There, in the window, you could not like climb through, and if someone did, it would take time to lift up the mattress. That means they washed, and it had to happen while Imani and I were at I was at Burger King, he was at Wendy's. But if you are a maid and you are from Mexico, South Central America, and you in that clique, and you are implementing sex trafficking, because Mexico, South Central Americans, they have AI here, just like those from Pakistan, they have their AI here. And you have Africans from Africa, they have their AI here. The common thread, and you have other foreigners. You have China and Japan that have their AI here. I think I said that. And you have those from Italy, or like say Italian, they have AI here. The common thread is they are all connected to the military somehow. That's the common thread. The United States government, that's unnaturalized. They are all connected to the United States government and on the military, and they are a part of this lab freak experiment where they have been changed or transformed into something where they are not able to think like a human being. They act and behave like animals. Literally. Okay? So anyway, so that's one. I've got another camera um, that came in yesterday. Imani's going to put it up. This is another camera we got, and it is going to record all the time because of what I have experienced. And if you are connected, or if you saying three and Mo, someone say Mo, or put up their animal sign to allow someone to break law and allow somebody to come in someone's apartment. And if it's already that energy in the city, okay, this is a military city, Navy and Army, other military branches, Air Force, and so forth are here. They at Whole Foods all the time. Okay, some of them I have not really talked to anyone, but you can. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's implied that some of the people I work with are connected or in the military. Why would I've had issues finding feathers under my bed? Why, without accusing crosswinds, why would it not happen here? If I'm hearing the same frequency, black, Negro, male, and female saying I paid, the Spanish speaking saying male saying we paid, and I'm hearing still they walk past me, different ones, like a collaboration saying your son, whether it can be from Mexico, South Central Americans, or pale skins, or blacks. And definitely the black Negro female is like, she love your son. So why would I think anyone in Annapolis is decent enough to not use some form of illegal behavior to do their little three sign or whatever, their animal beast three sign, and say they Freemason, and allow someone to come in our apartment without accusing or using some type of technology to break the code and come in the apartment, you know? Only because I experienced, obviously, someone did this at the hotel room. Feathers under my bed. And I was seeing things there, but I didn't know until I looked at, I was cleaning and saw the feathers under my bed. So here, I did see some things here that looked to be moved around. And pale-skinned females are obviously in the maids here act very odd. They look to be Spanish speaking. I don't know where they're from, but sometimes they just seem to be somewhat too close where I am getting on the elevator or off the elevator. They look to be from Mexico or South Central America. I don't know, but just imagine if they have the telepathic code. Okay, imagine if they have the code, then we already know what's going on. They are plotting and collaborating together as animals. So imagine a city with the telepathic code. Very few don't. I'm just saying, very few don't have it, or hardly none don't have the code. Then any and all crime and criminal behavior that is being taken place. I have the camera. This is a very good camera. I was looking up, so I'm so happy. So this camera does not need Wi-Fi. That's why I got it. ADT does. Okay. AI can cut the Wi-Fi. This camera or go whatever, cut that connection. This camera does not need Wi-Fi. It's sad that I have to spend money to feel safe here, but I have to because the beast is real. So imagine a collaboration, the city of Annapolis having the telepathic code, and that means any criminal behavior, any disease that someone is experiencing that does not have the code, it is collaborated and planned. It is done together in a United States military city with the police here. That's sick. That's demonic. So, yes, Alex Haley found his family registered where you keep beasts at. He might not have the lineage of a beast, but trust me, that type of lab experiments happen not just here in Maryland, the state of Maryland, because they were known to do things like that by breeding unnatural, and then they're making slaves, and because they were trying to make a real buck, a strong buck, make a strong black Negro female. So and they still do, because some of them you can tell they walking around, I mean literally looking at me like they ready to beat me down. The males, I can't tell you how many times the black Negro males and the Spanish speaking males will literally try to lick at me like they ready to beat me down. And then I experience force-sharp pains. And some of the so-called race, it try to imply like they racist pale-skinned males. Knowing that once again, the United States Navy, Army, military, people who family members, they are all around. Imagine all of them having the code, the telepathic code, and they all are doing demonic rituals with humanoid AI. So the connection with the foreigners that have their AI here is the military. So why would the government of the United States, or the United States government that's unnaturalized, allow so many foreigners to bring or allow the AI from India to come over here, AI from Pakistan, AI, especially those that, because we already know what AI can do, humanoid AI can do, and some we still don't know everything, but AI that are could be extreme Muslims. Here I am in a city with the military, and I can't tell you how many times I've experienced hearing something for sharp pain internally, gone through different forms of healing. My eyes swell up, my knees swell up, I'm bleeding through my vagina, blood's coming from my vagina because this beast is attacking me and trying to cause me to have physical sickness so much where I cannot maintain employment and I have to go to a doctor so one of them can give me some form of diagnosis. So well, first of all, why would the United States government allow such a weapon like humanoid AI from foreign countries to come here on this landmass and be among people who are not able to protect themselves fully from them? Why? So that's exactly what is happening. Chinese, Koreans, other foreigners here have their AI here. And the common thread is sex and human trafficking. Sex and human trafficking. Trump and Elon Musk celebrated just a couple of years ago in Maryland. I forgot what they call it, some type of Army Day or whatever. Just maybe a year and a half ago. And I've been documenting for a while. And at the time, I was like tweeting Elon because I didn't want him to shut down my page. And I was like, he must be really a well-rounded man with all that money. I didn't even know he had money. I didn't know anything about him. I found out the reason why I even came across him because one night I was looking at my tablet. A live video came on my tablet popping as I was scrolling of him. I didn't know it was live at first, but then I realized it was live. And I started watching him. It looks like possibly it could have been his brother. I'm not sure. Some family member. And they were sitting at a round table, some other people, and they were, just cracking jokes. And I only watched for maybe 5 minutes, if that, but I felt uncomfortable because it was live. And so I just turned it off. That was the very first time that I really saw him, Elon. And then I further learned of him. And so this had to be like 2023, 2022, 2023 during that time. Otherwise, I didn't know anything about him. And then the Tesla, him having a Tesla, and I had been a fan of Tesla, and because of what I remember of what I read about him or seen a documentation on TV about him and so forth. So, and now anyway, so nonetheless, how can you come to a state like Maryland, celebrate with the United States military, okay, and you have a Moor who is naturalized to uphold the organic instrument, the U.S.A. Constitution of 1787, which includes the 13th Amendment with 20 sections and all four of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations. And remind you, I don't know if I said this, Elon or someone that had Elon's name, okay, actually responded to a tweet. I was following him, okay? Mr. Elon Musk. Okay. How can you come to a military city, a state where the military and the naturalized Moor have proof that the United States, and you imagine, and then top it off, imagine Mr. Elon Musk and Trump, the United States corporation president, having the code, the telepathic code, and they know. And so imagine that. So imagine them having a code. So what would be the reason for them allowing foreign AI to be on this landmass and be connected to the United States military? Because I'm telling you, that's what's going on in Annapolis. That's why when the Spanish speaking at Whole Foods play their Spanish music very, very, very loud in the kitchen, no one say no. I mean, I don't know how long they've been working for Whole Foods, but I'm not gonna complain because I don't, if nobody else is complaining and I'm new and they imply they've been at Whole Foods for a while, why would I say anything? But I can hear AI definitely trying to engage and demonstrate that it's watching me, talking through the music. For I don't know if it's, the AI is zooming in from Mexico, from El Salvador, from other parts of South America or Central America. And it's the same in the dishwasher room with the black with hearing black music very loud. One dishwasher listened to a lot of rap sometimes, and I've heard the black male sound like AI once again. Definitely engage as though it's trying to follow me or is following, engaging. I had issues. It was so odd dealing with that, which is from Pakistan and India, because I never really dealt with them on a personal level. The Pakistanians that I came across through the years were very cool, like like really cool and calm and just really chilled, or so forth. But I didn't know what we were among. I didn't know that a lot of foreigners, when they came over here, had the telepathic code. This is through the years. I'm saying when I in 9294. I'm saying in like 1998, 1999, 2000. This is a long time ago when I because some of them one manager was from Pakistan. He hired me at this place. So and I thought I was so thankful, but then he quit. I don't know why he quit. But then so what I'm trying to say is um foreigners from Pakistan, Muslim countries, that which should be a red flag. Not all that are Muslim, but just period. If they over here with AI, that's a red flag. Okay. And if they are saying that they're Muslim, and we already had an issue where the United States government accused Muslim country extremists of being a part of doing it, the 9/11 example, and they focusing on them. Why would you allow AI, who has a lot of uh, um, abilities to invade different computer, military or government secrets and the files that's on the computer and so forth? Why would you allow them to come over here? It's sort of getting back to Iran and how Iran, um, they said Iran was able to invade Trump's one of Trump's members. I think the Indian guy Plantier or something computer, and then they started to send different posts of Trump being involved with the Epstein files and some other stuff that was being shown on the internet because Iran was able to invade and get into those files, the United States government files, and it was implied that Iran did it, as in now what you gonna do, okay? Now, so we did it. What you gonna do? Now, this is before I knew, or people on the information of Iran having access to cables that control the internet. I don't know the extent of that. So they have cables uh, so far deep in the ocean that if they was to blow one up, that it would not only affect the United States internet, where we don't have internet and lights and so forth, but China and Russia and India, I think also. So I think the Straits of Hormuz was one situation where they were like, we're not afraid of you, Trump. Okay. But then I was like, still, I mean, I was like, this sounds really bad. But then, and then to know that they actually invaded the system here, Trump's government system, and got into those files, and then post the stuff according to resources that they show on news or whatever, or the internet, so everyone can see. And then, so they're boldly saying, try us. Well, if Iran knows that we are already in a false security because of what the unnaturalized government is a part of, why would they even think? They are literally trying to demonstrate and clear the fog away from the people's eyes about what's really going on and how vulnerable we really are. This is my son, Imani. Imani? Islam. He coming in from Wendy's. I'm on the camera. On video. Okay. So, well, since you just walked in, do you know anybody personally here in Annapolis? No? No. Do you reject? I don't know if you. Hold on. Let me see. Do you? I don't know. Do you know? Can you see yourself?
Your hands in the way. Okay, I see myself now.
Do you know anyone personally here in Annapolis?
No.
Do you reject the telepathic code?
Your hands in the way again. I do.
Okay. Have you ever implied you want to be or date anyone here in Annapolis?
No.
Okay. Have you ever brought anyone to the hotel room where we used to live at Sensei America, Admiral Suites, or here?
No.
Okay. Because the Black Negro females, and now more Spanish speaking, keep saying how they love my son. Spanish speak. So imagine seeing a Spanish speaking female that the energy is already sex human trafficker. Okay, that's it. And male. It's just like this frequency, this accent that sounds similar to my team leader who's named Kevin. I'm not accusing him. That said he's from Mexico. Keeps like I hear it in the apartment, and also the other male accent from that Spanish speaking. Especially when Monty is asleep, he's trying to sleep and rest, and I'm trying to sleep and rest. Hear the filth around our apartment or close to while we trying to take a shower, just like the Black Negro male and female. I didn't think about Italy or Italians because I just didn't know what I was among. So I really didn't know, but I didn't know how much those that are unnaturalized could be definitely involved as well, that can change or copy accents that's in the military or in the government, the federal government, the police. So anyway, so that's what so I think Iran was doing the people on this landmass a favor. So I'm having to buy extra security. Okay, let me going back. So imagine seeing Spanish speaking females talking about your son, or males saying your son, as though they're trying to demonstrate They're like, maybe they say something like, "We got her son," as I walk by. This is an example. Can you imagine hearing somebody from South Central America and Mexico, and all around them, that energy is nothing but sex traffic, human trafficking, animal filth, is saying how they got your son. And or a black Negro female and male, she loves your son. Or someone that's pale skin that looks Italian or just regular pale skin. But all that energy of filth, of sex and human trafficking, doing demonic rituals with AI that's inhuman in sex trafficking is there. And they talking about when you walk by your son, or they say your son, or we got your son. That's definitely some form of attack to attacking the mind, and then probably manifest it to do some form of ritual. Because a lot of them, like I said, like I was like, why are they saying Mo to me? I'm not a Mo. I call EEOC because of this in Burger King. Why would I have to go to Whole Foods and also speak of the same thing? I'm not a Mo. You are not initiating me in your low frequency community. You can call one another Mo, but you don't call me Mo. Even if I don't have my name tag on, you know my name is Renee. Say Renee or ask me. I'm not your Mo. Neither is Imani. And we don't want to have nothing to do with any of y'all here in Annapolis. We don't care what happens to you personally. We are here to maintain our rights.